Hi, I'm the Recruiting Maven and welcome back to my channel. Today's topic of conversation is drone job. Want to do a deep dive into that if that's a particular job that you might be interested in. And of course, for those of you who might be wanting to switch careers, this might be a good opportunity for you. I will cover in detail salary, description, all that good stuff. With that said, I just want to say a quick thank you for those of you who like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I deeply appreciate your kind support. For those of you who are new to my channel, I have an ever-growing playlist with career tips and advice, so make sure you check that out. I just want to point out real quick that I am actually timestamping all my videos, my new ones, and I'm going actually systematically back to my old ones just to make it easy for you if you want to skip ahead to a particular section, maybe like salaries or whatever it is in a particular video that you're watching, it's easier for you. What I like to do is for other videos that have timestamping, I actually copy and paste them to a Word doc and actually take notes as I go through the video. So if that's of help to you, please make sure you make full use of that. So I wanted to do a series on possible and up-and-coming jobs. Now, drone jobs have been around for quite a while, and they're still in their infancy, if you will. And I think we have yet to reach that pinnacle where everyone's getting into that industry and it's becoming so oversaturated with candidates that it's hard to find a job. So I think if you're looking around, have an opportunity to learn something new or get into a new industry, I think this might be a possibility for you. Now, some of the skills that are required, in my opinion, after reviewing several job descriptions, is an aptitude for really being self-disciplined and being organized. And making sure you have some kind of mechanical aptitude, I think, is really important. A lot of people don't talk about that. I didn't actually see that in the job descriptions or requirements, but there was some hints to that in terms of some of the job descriptions would say be able to troubleshoot. Well, I think people who are maybe mechanics and wanting to move into a different industry, that might be worth your time looking into. Now, some of the titles that you will be looking for when you're doing a job search online would be drone pilot, drone operator, and sometimes they'll have like drone pilot, solar industry, or some subset of that industry named in the actual title. So please make sure you are looking for those possibilities. Now, some of the industries that actually hire drone pilots, and I actually have a list, I have to read from the list, there's just too many of them, so forgive me for that, but I want to make sure that we're being precise in this. Obviously, military jobs, right? And any type of government organization as well as private companies of various forms, such as agricultural operations, film, television. As you will know, that there's a lot of people that are in the real estate business. I know I follow a particular real estate agent up in Beverly Hills, and the aerial shots with that drone is amazing. They do an amazing job. So there's that possibility. Surveyors, mapping specialists, environmental scientists. I thought that was kind of interesting. I would have never thought that one. It's such a wide field right now. I think there's a lot of room for growth. I think there's a lot of possibilities if you're looking, again, into a new type of career. Okay, let's talk about money because nobody works for free. So I want to tell you that entry level is around $58,000 and on the high end is about $120,000. So there's a lot of opportunity there for you to grow, perhaps start as an entry-level drone operator and then possibly manage a team. So there's a lot of mobility, I still strongly believe, within that industry. So I wanted to talk to you about a little bit of a subset to these jobs, and that is for the people that are in the gig economy or want to get into the gig economy and or possibly want to have a little side gig while they're still working at their job. Maybe you're not sure if this is the right fit for you and you just want to maybe get your feet wet. We're going to cover all the requirements in a moment. So what I found is Upwork, which is an online gig site, meaning that you can actually hire somebody on an hourly basis, do a drone job. So whatever it is, maybe it's a solar panel installment and they need a surveyor for that via drone, then they would hire you for whatever it is, $50 an hour, which I actually saw that was on the low end. And some of the higher end were about $150 an hour. But what I was able to determine is a lot of that hourly rate was based on the amount of experience a drone operator actually had. So make sure you consider that. So don't think that you're just going to jump in and start, charging $150 an hour. So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's dive into the meat and potatoes of becoming a drone pilot. Now, most companies will require you to be able to obtain an FAA 107 pilot license. This is not a regular pilot license, of small aircrafts or anything like that. You're not going to be flying a 747, but be able to obtain that. Now, something that I actually did through the process of research is I actually tried to apply to some of these positions because I wanted to see what you would experience. And it's also helpful to me as I grow my career as well. And so what I found is you get these pop-ups on occasion, not all job that you're going to be applying to, so keep that in mind, but someone will actually ask you to fill out an additional questionnaire because that will help you and the company determine if you are actually a good fit. And they'll ask you a lot of questions about your background and your aptitude. I thought that was very helpful. And I couldn't complete the actual form because I didn't really want to actually apply fully. So I just wanted to, again, just get a flavor for the experience. So some of the companies were actually asking candidates if they actually had 50 hours of verifiable flight time. Of course, in this case, it's in relation to drone, but if you do have a pilot's license, of course, that's going to help you. And your application is going to rise up, higher than most other people's that may not have that experience. I also saw a request to know and understand your level of expertise in terms of experience with test equipment, whatever that may be. I think anything would be great. And the ability for you to be able to work hands-on with electrical devices, being able to troubleshoot them. And of course, when you're stuck in the middle of a field and your drone is down, you're going to have to be able to test, disassemble, reassemble. So that mechanical aptitude is going to come in handy. I also saw a request to know if you actually had a pilot's license. And again, if you do have one, great. That's gonna, again, just kind of bump you up a little bit higher than everyone else who does not have it. But I don't think that would make or break your candidacy, to be honest with you. Now, what I can say is a degree was not required, but if you do have one, say in aerospace or any type of engineering, again, that's going to bump you up in that talent pool. And of course, that's going to help you overall if you do have that type of a degree. So I do hope that you found this video helpful. It really is meant to facilitate some of that research that maybe you don't have enough time to do. I try to condense it so it's not going to include every single aspect of this business, the industry, what it's going to take for you to become a drone pilot, but it does give you sort of a high view with some details as to the requirements that you will need to at least start in that business or that industry. With that said, moving forward, I want to actually create a new playlist specifically addressing other industries that might be of interest, and certainly ones that are up and coming, because as we know, within the fourth industrial revolution, there's a lot of industries, a lot of jobs that are going to go by the wayside, and that's just normal because AI is going to touch on every single aspect of our life, as it already is, but only more so. So please keep that in mind. Please check back. I will continuously add at least once a month a new topic or a new career for you to explore and consider. With that said, I just want to say thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. I deeply appreciate your support, and I will see you in my next video. Take care and have a lovely rest of your day.